In the early hours of the 19th of May 2016, an Airbus A320 operated by EgyptAir disappeared over the Mediterranean Sea. The lives of 66 people vanished along with the plane. This incident has been shrouded in mystery for years.
Now, Richard, thanks for joining us. The plane that went down is an A320. How common is this plane?
The jet vanishing from radar over the Mediterranean after taking off from Paris bound for Cairo. The main question, of course, tonight, was it terror that brought it down?
Critical information about what happened in the final moments. Smoke was filling the front end of the airplane, all in the span of 3 minutes, but the pilots never radioed a Mayday call.
How could a modern aircraft equipped with advanced technology simply disappear? What unfolded in those final moments aboard the Airbus A320? And why has this mystery remained unsolved for so long? These questions haunted investigators and the public alike, with limited information released to the public. This story was covered by major news outlets worldwide. CNN reported, the disappearance of EgyptAir Flight 804 has puzzled many, raising concerns about airplane safety and how we handle such disasters. The BBC also noted, as rescue teams searched, the families of those on board faced terrible uncertainty, hoping for answers that were slow to come. Let's dive deep into what really happened to EgyptAir Flight 804. The aircraft was on a nighttime journey from Paris's Charles de Gaulle Airport to Cairo, Egypt. EgyptAir, the national carrier, had been working hard to improve its safety record, modernizing its fleet, including the popular Airbus A320. This model, known for its sophisticated technology and comfort, is favored by both pilots and passengers. The plane took off from Paris at 11 p.m. on May 18, 2016, and was expected to land in Cairo around 3 a.m. The flight proceeded without any issues for the first 2 hours, with the pilots maintaining regular contact with air traffic controllers. On the flight deck were Captain Mohammed Said Ali Shouker, age 36, and First Officer Mohammed Ahmed Mamdou Hassam. Both were experienced pilots, despite their relatively young ages. As the plane cruised at 37,000 feet, it crossed over the Aegean Sea, passing Greek islands such as Santorini and Crete. The calm night offered no hint of the impending disaster. At approximately 2:30 a.m., Flight 804 vanished from radar. There were no distress signals, no warnings, just sudden, eerie silence. The plane had plunged into the Mediterranean, claiming the lives of all 66 people on board. In the immediate aftermath, media outlets speculated wildly. Theories ranged from mechanical failure to terrorist attacks. This speculation was fueled by recent incidents involving EgyptAir. Just 3 months prior, another EgyptAir A320 was hijacked and diverted to Cyprus. Additionally, in October 2015, a Russian passenger plane was bombed over Egypt, killing 224 people. These incidents cast a shadow of doubt over the safety of EgyptAir and aviation in Egypt. However, it was eventually determined that Flight 804 was not a result of terrorism, but rather a tragic accident with perplexing circumstances. Key to unraveling the mystery were the messages from the plane's Aircraft Communication Addressing and Reporting System, ACARS. Between 2:26 and 2:29 a.m., multiple alerts indicated the presence of smoke on board. This suggested that a fire had broken out. The flight data recorder confirmed smoke in the forward lavatory and the avionics bay beneath the cockpit. Investigators discovered an oxygen leak in the first officer's oxygen mask system, left in emergency mode after maintenance 3 days earlier. This alone wouldn't cause a fire, but it created a highly flammable environment. Astonishingly, it was revealed that EgyptAir allowed its pilots to smoke in the cockpit, a practice not banned until after this incident. French investigators who began their own investigation in 2018 proposed that a lit cigarette, combined with the oxygen leak, sparked the fatal fire. Similar disasters have occurred before. In 1996, ValueJet Flight 592 crashed due to an oxygen leak, killing 110 people. Could a similar combination of factors have doomed EgyptAir Flight 804? The cockpit voice recorder captured hissing sounds at 2:25 a.m., possibly from the oxygen mask. Over the next few minutes, the fire spread to the forward lavatory and avionics bay, triggering numerous faults in the plane's systems. By 2:36 a.m., the emergency locator transmitter had activated, indicating the plane was in dire straits. The pilots lost control, and the aircraft spiraled into the sea, ending the lives of everyone on board. Criticisms were directed at the Egyptian authorities for their handling of the investigation. They failed to produce a preliminary report and cut off communication with international investigators. This led to further investigations, revealing the likely cause of the fire. The subsequent smoking ban for pilots suggested that EgyptAir reached similar conclusions, but chose not to disclose them. Interestingly, the accident plane had a series of technical issues in the days leading up to the crash. On May 17th, the plane flew to Asmara in Eritrea and back to Cairo, then to Tunis and finally to Paris, where it embarked on the ill-fated journey to Cairo. On 3 of these flights, emergency landings were made shortly after takeoff due to technical problems reported by the ACR system. Despite these warnings, the plane was deemed fit to fly. Further examination revealed that 2 months before the crash, a receptacle, later identified as an ashtray for cigarettes, was replaced in the cockpit. This startling discovery highlighted the dangerous practice of allowing smoking in the cockpit, a factor that likely contributed to the fire on Flight 804. The final moments of the flight were chaotic. As the fire spread, it incapacitated critical flight systems. The plane made a sharp 90-degree turn to the left, followed by a full 360-degree turn to the right, descending rapidly. The aircraft was essentially out of control, spiraling downward until it crashed into the sea. The aftermath of this disaster prompted changes within EgyptAir. The airline implemented stricter safety protocols and banned smoking in the cockpit. These measures aimed to prevent a repeat of such a tragedy. However, the lack of transparency from Egyptian authorities left many questions unanswered, and the families of the victims in anguish. Additionally, international aviation authorities have since pushed for more rigorous safety standards and improved communication between maintenance crews and flight operations. The lessons from Flight 804 highlight the critical importance of thorough maintenance checks and adherence to safety protocols. Pilots and maintenance staff need to be acutely aware of how small oversights can lead to catastrophic outcomes. One of the most pressing questions that remain is why there was such a significant delay in the Egyptian authorities' cooperation with international investigators. This lack of transparency not only hindered the investigation, but also fueled speculation and mistrust. The international aviation community relies on swift and open communication to improve safety standards and prevent future accidents. The mishandling of Flight 804's investigation serves as a cautionary tale for the importance of collaborative efforts in the aftermath of aviation disasters. Furthermore, the incident has led to discussions about the mental and physical well-being of pilots. The flight crew of Flight 804 had been working long hours, and fatigue might have played a role in the inability to manage the emergency effectively. This aspect of the investigation underscores the need for better regulations regarding pilot working hours and rest periods to ensure they are fit to handle any crisis that might arise during a flight. While the investigation into EgyptAir Flight 804 has provided some answers, it has also opened up new areas for concern and improvement in aviation safety. The integration of automated systems like ACARs and the importance of regular maintenance checks are now more crucial than ever. The industry continues to evolve, learning from each incident to enhance safety measures and protect the lives of those who fly. The crash of EgyptAir Flight 804 remains a poignant reminder of the complexities and dangers of air travel. While the investigation has provided clarity on the likely causes, it also underscores the importance of stringent safety measures and thorough maintenance practices. Hopefully, the lessons learned from this tragedy will help prevent similar incidents in the future. Thank you for joining us in exploring the tragic story of EgyptAir Flight 804. What are your thoughts on the investigation's findings? Could more have been done to prevent this disaster? Share your opinions in the comments below. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe for more analyses and stories. Your support helps us continue bringing you this content. What other aviation mysteries or disasters should we cover? Let us know. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Stay safe and keep questioning the skies.